Hi, welcome to another edition of Passing the Torch. I'm your host, Lawrence Tribble. I'm sitting here in Toledo, Ohio. You know, kind of emotional today because I got one of my main guys here today that we're going to talk a little bit about what he's trying to do. Some, our what we feel our responsibility as Black men in the community is. Um, so, I'm gonna introduce him. I call him Ant. His name Anthony Quinn. He resides here in Toledo, Ohio, and he's got some big things that he's aspiring to do. Big things he's always been doing since I've known him. And without further ado, let Ant do a little talking. First, I wanna ask him a series of questions of what inspired him. Well, how first of all, how did we meet? Um, what about me kind of inspired him to continue our relationship? What's up, Ant?
What's going on, man? Long time no see,
Yes, sir.
man.
Yes, sir. I haven't seen you in how long?
Been some years, man.
Yeah,
Been
it's been
some
a couple
years.
years.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
What's
So how
good?
did we meet, man? Where were we at? Because I kind of remember, but
Um, I,
you
I,
probably know better than me.
yeah, I met you, man. I ain't gonna never forget. You was there from the beginning of the transformation, though. But we kind of met through Don Parks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Don. Um, he knew what I was going through, how I want to transition from the streets. You know what I'm saying? To get my life right and go straight. Um, and he introduced me to you, man. I think we was at El Caminos or something.
Little Mexican spot.
You know, when the El Caminos or whatever, we chopped it up, and you basically invited me to the House of Manuel, I think that was,
Okay.
and went out there, and from there, it's been on.
Okay.
Mm.
So I mean, what about our conversation that we had that kind of spot? I know you said you was transitioning out of the life, being in the streets, doing what you was doing. What about the conversation that we had that kind of inspired you to kind of focus on doing something different?
Oh no. First and foremost, I was just tired of the street life. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I had just got out of prison for doing 2 years. And, that just wasn't a life for me. I just had a baby, and her last visit, man, it touched me, and I didn't want to raise my daughter from no prison cell, you know what I'm
Got you.
saying, and be absent out of her life. But when Don, you did such a great job with Don, you know what I mean, because he was there, we grew up together, childhood friend, and just seeing the moves he was making, and it
Mm-hmm.
just further let me know, man. And one thing about it, y'all never lost y'all swag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a firm believer, man. It's called integrity, man. So you are who you are.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what position you in, you still
Right.
got that integrity.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So um, it was just one conversation. It wasn't one conversation. It was just your whole aura.
Okay.
And then you invited me to the big house. You know what I mean?
The
And
big house.
yeah, and just walking through the garage, with the cars and you know, and the lifestyle. And then we went outside, and the Maumee River was right there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
and I just like, and you had swag. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like no. I mean, I don't like to use the word corny or whatever because people live how they live, but you was still him. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? In the
yeah.
sense of still him and making moves the legit way.
And I'm glad you said that because when I first started my walk, as far as passing the torch,
Mm-hmm.
um, that's what I asked God for. I
Mm-hmm.
said, man, I want what the drug dealer has. Like I want his money, I want his material, I want his swag, but I'm gonna win more souls for you than he take.
Yeah.
That was my whole theology about getting diamond chains and Escalades and
That
the
Harley.
house on the water and all that. I mean, it wasn't even about me. It
Yeah,
was
for
more
sure.
so the mission.
For
Like I
sure.
knew the kids that I serviced was going to city schools.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't go in there looking whack.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get cracked on. You
Cracked
know
on
what I'm
for
saying? They're gonna
sure.
get
For
talked
sure.
about. So I'm like, I'm flying. We driving to New York. I'm getting them top clothes that people ain't even seen yet.
Mm.
Don coming to school swaggerlicious. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
And I
sure.
knew what it was. So I had foresight on what it was. Not that clothes and stuff make you, but it do. You know what I'm saying?
Just
It
draw
puts
the attention.
people, yeah, it draws the right attention. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So that was my whole focal point, man. I only stepped in because I'm glad you said, because I got a lot of flack from powers that be how I moved.
Nah.
Like, you, car, why you gotta have a Mercedes and an Escalade? Why you gotta wear fur coats to meetings and stuff? They had an issue with me like getting money in this city because of that swag you was talking about.
I mean, just to elaborate on that, man. Me and my little homie, I call him my brother, man. Actually, my cousin. We was just talking about that on my way here, and it just, I feel like this, man. If you into that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying, you into that, it's called integrity. You did the diamonds and the escalating big houses because that's what you love to do. No matter if you was flipping burgers, you would have tried to
Yeah.
excel to that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And everybody always try to put people in a box. They talk about Warren Buffett, how he moved, and how Jeff Bezos drive the Honda and all. That wasn't his thing, but I guarantee you he got what he got, like reading up on Bill Gates. I'm not Bill Gates, Warren Buffett. He loved baseball. So if it's a picture of the Yankees, I'm not, don't quote me on it. I think he liked the Yankees. But if it's a picture of the Yankees and it costs $5,000, which is nothing to him, but we ain't gonna buy no picture for no 5,000 of the Yankees.
Exactly.
But you like the jewelry,
Right.
you would spend that 5,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Absolutely.
you did it in a legit way,
Right.
what I love, and that's what, I went to the end because I like fancy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And, we all get the attention, the girls, and that image or whatever. But doing it legit, I think you get more props. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So.
I'm gonna ask you. I want to know. I want them to know. I kind of know already. Um, I want you to tell them like who you are. Who is Anthony Quinn? You know what I'm saying? What are some of the things that? What is your background first of all?
Uh-huh.
Like what caused you to turn to the streets and do the things you were doing? Um, and then what inspired you to get out? I mean, I heard you say that you were tired, you wanted to get out, but who is Anthony Quinn now, opposed to who he was and how he got started to be that guy?
Well, my background history, everybody knows, ex gangbanger, drug dealer, did 2 years in North Central. Um, what put me into the streets, man, is the lifestyle. I wanted the cars, I wanted the money, I wanted the girls, I wanted that fly life, you know what I'm saying? Um, I didn't have like no terrible home, but my mom had 4 kids. So I was getting Jordans every third month type because she still got to get the other ones, the Jordans this month, and or the clothes and I'm just saying, my peers down there, they doing their thing, and what did they do? They sold drugs. So I went into that, and by hustlers in me, not on me, if it makes sense. So
Absolutely.
I was always the cat that hustled. The streets named me Young Money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get money. Me and my best friend. So that's my background as far as the gang banging and the drug dealing and stuff like that. But and then I went to prison. I had a baby at 18. You know what I'm saying? She was 5 months. You know what I'm saying? So and then I ain't had no dad in my life. My mom was everything, my glue. You know what I'm saying? So and go back to the background, a lot of these cats, we talk about these young kids, man, without that father, they run to the streets.
That's big time.
Because they want because when you run to the streets, you got your homeboys, you know what I'm saying? When you want to vent to somebody, you vent to your dudes, you know what I'm saying? So that's just a tap on that. But who I am today, man, I'm a recovering alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Went from the partying, trying to be the big dude, buying the bottles, buying all the shots, in the bars and all that, and to partying. Then I ended up losing my mom, and that just sunk me into depression. So, and that just I just became alcoholic, bro. It was bad, you know what I'm saying? So just recover alcoholic, you know what I'm saying, an ex gang banger. And I just want to give life to the lifeless, you know what I'm saying? Hope to the hopeless, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just feel like I got a story to tell, and it's time to tell it.
Okay, so you said you went through that. You know, you lost your mom and became a habitual drinker.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, so obviously, like most people drink, you know, to kind of numb,
Okay.
you know, the pain of whatever it is, you know, part of life. But a lot of that does happen when we lose loved ones, or you know, situations, you know, financial things go wrong. You know, we tend to, it's a lot of people that go to, and I tell people this all the time. There's two ways to escape your now reality.
Mm-hmm.
That's a book,
Mm-hmm.
drugs, and alcohol. You know what I mean? But the difference is between a book and drugs and alcohol. Drug and alcohol just numbs it for that day or that couple of hours,
Mm-hmm.
and then you sober up and it's back. You know, when you talk about a book, reading a book, escaping your now realities, you can get lost in a book, like it lost in an imaginary
Mm-hmm.
world of what could be or what we could have. Um, I've probably read 1,500 books in my day. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when I really wanted to turn my life around, um, personal growth and self development was very serious for me,
Right.
and it was very intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think people understand the work that has to be done
Right.
to change.
Right.
Like, what kind of work did
Right.
you do to change your thought process?
Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Cause you gotta go through the bull. I mean, I was about to use
Go
different
ahead,
language,
man.
but
Hey, we real here, bro.
oh, okay, yeah. But
Keep
you gotta go
on.
through the bullshit.
Yeah.
You gotta go through the like how if you never experienced failure, how you know what success is? You know what I'm saying? Like how if you never been broke, how you know what having the value of money is? You know what I'm saying? So change is what you said. Change is a motherfucker. Like because you so used to being like I said, they like these kids and these cats are at my age, your age, they so accustomed to their lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So or to be like, oh man, I'm about to go straight. I'm about to, do the legit way, get a job or, stuff like that. And then like you said, the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know and perfect your craft. You gotta study your craft and whatever you want. I don't care what it is. You gotta study it. You gotta see who's at the top and you gotta like not mimic him, but you gotta like what's his principles. Like, I do a lot of like I don't read a lot, but I do a lot of podcasts and like not me personally, I watch them, you know what I'm saying? And, like with the Eric Thomas, Denzel Washington, Will Smith, and you know, and I just I just take their principles, you know what I'm saying, apply it to me. They wave is not my way. You know what I'm saying? So changes to go back to that, changes a motherfucker. Like because you gotta go at everything that you put out there, you gotta go against it. You get what I'm saying?
That's facts.
And now you gotta be this cat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And they say that's why you gotta be careful what bridge you
burn.
build.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you gotta walk back over those same bridges. You know what I'm saying? And the street is like, you know what I'm saying? If you cross some cats, even though you got out the game, you gonna have to walk over that bridge again one day. They looking for you, right?
Oh, most definitely, man. We just like we experienced that going to the store down here, because everybody know that my gang was X-Block, Crips, you know what I'm saying? And they know I'm not out there no more. But some dumb fools, you know what I'm saying? They still on that, and not saying they, oh, what up, this, but it's gonna be that wall they go put up and look at you like, you know where you at, you know you this, and so that's all it is. Change, man, and you can't be scared to fail, man. You can't be scared to fail. You can't all a bull like we were just elaborating what you were just talking about, just coming back home. You know what I'm saying? And people go have that image of you. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta show them, man. Shit, I'm big dog now.
It's anything that is purpose driven, it's gonna be met with restraint.